Alright, it is Friday night around 11:30, ending my busy day, my birthday. I want to thank everybody for the many birthday wishes through email and text, what have you. I appreciate it very much. I had a very long day. My sister-in-law left this morning at 5 in the morning. I think I got to bed at 2. I woke up at 5 because I was supposed to move the cars around in the driveway, and I got it. My wife said just go back to bed, so didn't get a whole lot of sleep. I woke up today, had a nice turkey sandwich lunch. I'm sure many of you did. Watched some basketball, some football, went for a swim. Wife made a nice prime rib dinner. I had a strong vodka cocktail before dinner, 2 glasses of wine. So I'm pretty much beat. But let's get through this real quick here. Let's go over today. I believe we went 3-3-1 for the plays. We did go 1-0 in college football. UCF again covers the first half. They're just a first half covering machine. I think they ended up winning the game by only 2 touchdowns, so they didn't cover the game, but they did cover the first half like they normally do. I think that makes them 8-1 this year for the in the first half. Basketball, Virginia, I believe they lost outright to San Francisco. Illinois barely won the game, so those two were never ever going to cover. Kansas blew out, I forget who they were playing, but they covered the game, blowing out the team they were playing in the second half. Now, let's get to some ball busters. Tulane. I gave out Tulane, they were 8.5. A lot of you got 8.5, some of you got 9. If you waited, you got more than 9 and you got screwed. This is how you got screwed. Tulane had a sizable lead late in the game. They were up, I believe it was 13, and really, really late. And they played Lamar, I believe. And long story short, Lamar makes a layup. So it's an 11-point game with like 15 seconds to go. 11-point game. The game's over. So Lamar gives him kind of half-ass pressure in the backcourt, and Tulane breaks his half-ass pressure. They get it over the center court line. They're just going to dribble the ball at end the game. Everybody just take a shower and go home. Except Lamar wants to chase and trap and act like they're never say die. We play to the buzzer even though we're hopelessly beaten. And so the guy gets double teamed above the top of the circle, races up to throw a pass. The ball slips out of his hands, goes straight up in the air, lands into the hands of a Lamar player who throws the ball ahead to a guy that makes a layup with 3 seconds to go in the game for the 9-point win. Fortunately, I had 8.5. Some of you had 8.5, 9. It's a push, and 9.5 or more. And that is how you pushed or lost the game, by these jack wagons pressing and chasing with 15 seconds to go in a game they're down by 11. Just ridiculous. The other game was Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt pushed. Vanderbilt was covering. They're up 10 with 30 seconds to go, and Valpo comes down after a couple of made free throws. They come down. The guy jacks up a 3 from like 5 feet behind the line. He drains it. So it's a 7-point game, and Valpo's still going to play defense. They foul, and with about 12 seconds to go, Scottie Pippen's kid, who's pretty decent, makes both free throws. I think he made like 14 for 40 from the line to go up 9 with 12 seconds to go. So you just need to just don't give up a 3. So Valpo jacks up a 3 from the right wing, bangs off the rim. There are 3 Vanderbilt players right in the lane to get the ball. Ball clanks off, bounces off one of the Valpo guy or the Vanderbilt guys, bounces right to a guy for Vanderbilt or for Valparaiso. Sorry, it's late. He throws up a 3 and gets blocked out of bounds. So there's 3 seconds to go. They inbound the ball to a guy right near the sideline. He turns and fires and drills a three as the horn blows, and they win by 6. That's how that was a push. And then the UT Arlington Law Tech game went over by 5. They had a real good chance to go over, but they got into a foul shooting contest late. They kept fouling, and went over by about 5 points. There was a stretch of about 2 minutes in that game where they just could not miss. I think they scored like maybe 20 points over a 2-minute stretch. I was looking at the game score, and the game just shot up like within a 2-minute span. It was like 20 points or something like that. But that happens in college basketball. You drain some threes, you get some fast break buckets and whatnot. But very, very frustrating push on Vanderbilt. That should have been a cover. And the Tulane mess, if you got 9 or more, that was just sickening. So let's move on to today. I have 3 basketball games and I have 4 football games. Michigan State minus 10.5. They are that ranked versus unranked system that we have. They're playing Notre Dame. So we're going to be on Michigan State. We are on the VMI Penn State under 149.5. Penn State plays non-conference home games. Penn State plays under quite a bit. In VMI on the road non-conference, they play to the under a decent amount of time. So I'm going to take that VMI Penn State under. And the last game we're taking is another under, William & Mary Old Dominion. Again, William & Mary, a non-conference road dog, they go under quite a bit. And Old Dominion at home in non-conference, they go under quite a bit also. So that's more of another game with some team-type trends. We're going to take the William & Mary Old Dominion under 141.5. So 3 college basketball games tomorrow. The college football, everybody's favorite sport. SMU minus 12. I'm taking SMU minus 12. They're playing East Carolina. East Carolina is really hot and cold. It's a system play. You're playing against a double-digit dog with an awful defense. They just had a previously a big win last week. I think they blew out Temple, who has they're like on their 28th string quarterback or something like that. So they had a big win versus Temple last week. They take SMU laying the 12 against East Carolina. SMU also is a nice plan, one of the models that I follow. Florida, we're going to chop this game up first half and full game. Half unit first half, half unit full game. They trigger both. So, instead of going fully on both, I'm going to go half a unit first half and half unit full game. They are 24.5 for the game, and the first half line, they are 13.5. So Florida, half and half first half in game. Alabama, we're going to do the same thing. Alabama, first half is 13.5. And for the game, they are 24.5, same as Florida. Both of these teams fit the same system. It's a big home favorite on a scoring streak. Big home favorite that have scored a lot of points lately. The first half is same kind of system. It's a big home favorite the last 3 games. They've scored a lot of points. It's a conference game. Big home favorite that the last 3 games. They've scored a lot of points. So Florida and Alabama trigger both of those. They also trigger one of my killer sports systems, which is a big favorite that averages a lot of points in their last 2 games have been big winning margins. That was 81-38 since 2010. So we're going to take Florida and Alabama. And the last game we're going to take is Coastal Carolina. Taking Coastal Carolina, they fit one of my really solid killer sports systems. It is a road team where the opponent has a negative halftime margin. I think we've talked about this before. We've played this system before, and the opponent had a high-scoring game last week. That is Coastal Carolina. That triggers that. And then the other one is a really good one. We're playing against a team that's been outscored by 8 or more points per game. In their previous 2 games, they scored 31 or more. That is triggered by Texas State. This this system has just lost a ton. It's 22-60, 73% playing against, and it's just on this page there are just a string of L's. Just a string of L's. We hit Marshall a couple weeks ago on the system. It's just a really, really, really good system. So I'm going to take Coastal Carolina. I believe they're laying 17 points. So a little a chalky day, kind of a square day on the college football. But we're taking those four favorites, 4 double-digit favorites. SMU, Florida, Alabama, Coastal Carolina, and Florida and Alabama. We're taking a half a unit for the first half and half a unit for the full game. So those are the plays. 4 college football, 3 college basketball. If I get any alerts on the Sharp Play site, I'll let you know. Today they sent one out really super late on that Nebraska game they did cover. It was like 5 minutes before kickoff, and I didn't see it in time. And as you know, Nebraska did cover. So if I get another strong play on those, I'll tweet it and I'll try to email it to you guys. So 7 plays tomorrow. Again, thanks for the birthday wishes today. Had a really nice morning, afternoon, evening. I am burnt. Got up early, had a few cocktails, a few glasses of wine, and I'm ready to hit the sack. So frustrating day. Sports. Oh, last thing, the golf. I just got done watching Phil Mickelson, Charles Barkley, Steph, Peyton Manning golf tournament. How on earth was I didn't even pay attention till the match started. Then I heard it. How was Phil Mickelson a dog in this? I don't care if he's with Charles Barkley. The way the format with the scramble and everything. You've got a professional golfer playing against 2 amateurs, and the professional golfer is an underdog. How the fuck does that happen? And then he goes out and they trounce him 4-3. It was pretty entertaining to watch. But how on earth? I wish I'd seen. I had no clue that was even the case. How on earth is Phil Mickelson a dog to 2 amateurs? I could have been his partner, and he would have won. Any of you could have been his partner, would have won. I mean, that was bizarre. So I just thought I'd throw that in too. Okay. Anything else? That'll do it. Nice and quick. Have a great day tomorrow, Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. Let's get some winners. Be back tomorrow night with the NFL football. I have not done anything as far as a video this week, so there will not be a video this week. Just didn't get around to it. I will be back tomorrow with a video like this, and I will talk about the games, systems, analysis, whatever comes to mind about the individual games. I will at least talk about the games on a video. Okay, have a great day, and be back Saturday night.